Blog Talk Radio.
Are you ready to take a bite out of the competition? Are you looking for ideas to make your business better? Welcome to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet,
sponsored by Apple Capital Group.
At the core of every successful business, you'll find people making a difference. And with each episode of the Core Business Show, we talk with those people, examine those ideas, and explore the strategies that make them special. Now, the host of the Core Business Show, Tim Jacquet.
Good morning again, and welcome to another episode of the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Today I'm going to talk about the cons of a 50-50 equity partnership. Pros and cons of the 50-50 equity partnership. I'm just going to dive right into it. As you know, partnerships are like marriages. Some will do extremely well, some will do extremely bad. Some will end up in breakup. And you must approach a partnership the same way. You're going to have to put a lot of equity and emotional time and commitment for a partnership to work, just like a marriage. Now, some partners will split responsibilities. Hey, you take sales and marketing, and I would take management and product development and fulfillment. And that's how some marriages normally work. They would do this. This is your expertise in. You do this is your expertise. You do that. And those seems to blend extremely well. Now, and you hold meetings maybe like once a week and kind of brief yourself for every morning. Hey, this is what's going on. As a communicator, these are our expenses going out. Here's our sales, what we need to do to improve. Kind of inform your other partner what's going on. Hey, this is what we have in. This is the issue. So they always abreast every single day what goes on. Make that time for 15 or 20 minutes a day to brief them what happened on the previous day. Not in the sense, hey, this is my thing and I do my own thing, but what happened is we brief them, they know exactly what's going on at every moment of the business. If there's a troubled employee, or it's this or that, or this thing is on the horizon, at least they are prepared and they're not sidelined when something happens. Same thing when it comes to expenses, do a budget and stick to that budget. And if you need to go over, let's discuss the pros and cons. Hey, can we make it without it? Or should we get it? Or is it worth the investment? Is it worth the time? How can we compensate it with our business in order to make that thing work? But also partnerships, you're going to argue. With a 50-50 split equity, you might be deadlocked on the decision, but you have to compromise. One is going to have to give in, and you're going to have to draw a line in the sand and come with a solution. You can't have a total deadlock, because it'll deadlock your business, and it will be a cancer that will really destroy your business. At the very end, someone is going to have to buy the other person out. And then you do that, if you have a strong sense of the business, then it's great. If you don't have a strong sense of knowing what goes on the other end of that business, it's a horrible combination. I would say, keep the lines of communication open if you're going to have a 50-50 equity. You focus on this thing, the other person focus on this thing. And of course, attorneys, CPAs, they're all working on a particular client. So they have their own thing they have to work with, and they usually get an office manager that will handle the day-to-day business of it while they work with clients. Because their main thing is to work with a client. And those simple things, writing checks out, which with accounting, there's no big deal writing the check out. But for example, to deal with the phones, deal with supplies, deal with all these other things that steal your time. Yeah, you can get a secretary to go do that and do all those little things that you don't feel like doing, or things that's time consuming that doesn't add much value to what you're billing for. If you're billing $250 per hour, you don't want to do copying things, doing these little small things. Focus on your particular customer, and those things work. So again, a 50-50 equity partnership has its pros and cons. You can synergize on the other person's strengths and skill. You can segregate the way you want to actually handle your business. You do sales and marketing, the other person would do product development and management, those simple things together. Sometimes if you grow too fast, you can't handle the workload, bring on a junior associate with an idea that he can become a partner in the future. Hey, you're a junior associate, we're going to give you these accounts, you get your other accounts as well, you prove yourself to us, and we bring you as a partner. And we will split some of the profits with you or something like that. Kind of keep that partnership mentality and allow someone to grow from there. Again, the major partners want to keep the majority interest. This is how you can make your business grow by adding good, talented people under you that can get the job done. Again, I have an article on this that is called the pros and cons of a 50-50 equity partnership. You can look at that on the corebusinessshow.com website / the cons of 50-50 equity partnerships. Everybody, thank you for listening. I'm Tim GK, your host. Have a good day. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet. For a free quote on equipment leasing and financing, visit our website, applecapitalgroup.com. That's applecapitalgroup.com. And fill out the information to receive your free quote. We hope you'll join us for our next episode. And remember, you can always get to the core via iTunes. You'll find all our previous episodes there. Thanks again for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.
Blog